A little windy tonight. Propane died. Bottle 2. Real basic. Toasted. Try to toast the bun. It's too windy out here, but pulled pork, smoked pulled pork sandwich for tonight, and that'll be dinner. Real basic dinner. Shallots. Smoked beef brisket. What a mess. All right, Monterey Jack cheese. I'm gonna throw some cheddar, sharp cheddar on this thing. A little tomatillo sauce. All right, see if we can roll this into a burrito. This way. Uh-oh. It's fine. Okay, so breakfast is ready to go. That is a smoked beef brisket with eggs, potatoes, shallots. I threw in some Monterey Jack, some sharp cheddar, and then some tomatillo sauce, and wrapped up in a flour tortilla. And that will be breakfast this morning. Just want to head over and check this water real quick. Try to catch that on camera. First bumblebee I've seen this spring. It was nice. It's going after all these little purple flowers in here. Good afternoon, everybody. So I'm out exploring today. Changed a few things on the bike as usual. I'm slowly tweaking things. So today's that day where I'm just out seeing if it works. I'm also switched over to a Bluetooth microphone. We'll see how this goes. I like a lapel mic, you know, straight cord. It just sounds a lot better. When you use Bluetooth, you got to go in and you've got to do a little bit of editing and stuff. And so, yeah, working on that. We'll see if this fixes. I've just had this year, I've had a lot of problems with the GoPro with audio. I don't know why. Didn't have any problems last year. So, yeah, working through that. And I finally put that 32 front chain ring on the front. So now I'm running a 32. The rear goes up to 52. That extra spin is actually pretty nice on these long climbs. I'll run this for a little bit, and then maybe I even might go down to a 30 on the front. And for the sole purposes, it's just nice to have that extra gearing. Even though if you don't need it, it's available. And I feel like this year I'm doing more and more. I'm getting further and further in the backcountry, and the roads are not as maintained. So I'm going to need that extra gearing. And it's kind of interesting since last year how I've progressed over doing all this. I've done a ton of bike packing. You see all the videos, but as I slowly do this, it seems like I'm slowly getting in to mountain bike territory. And a lot of it's just getting out in the middle of nowhere and just trying new things. That's the wonderful thing for doing all this, is this has been an amazing opportunity for me to get out and ride and go places that I would have never done. And all this is thanks for getting on YouTube. I don't think, you know, I never explained how I got on YouTube. It was actually by mistake, believe it or not, to start a YouTube channel. I put some videos together for a friend. I didn't know where to put them. You know, I'm not super tech savvy with all this stuff. And I had a friend who said, hey, just, you know, throw them up on YouTube and so they can watch them. And I'm like, okay. And I didn't know anything about all that stuff. And, you know, I try to watch a few videos on how to do stuff for YouTube. And it seems like each time you go and you try to look something up, YouTube has done a software update. And so like when you look at something and then you go look at what you've got and you're like, hey, those buttons aren't in the same place, right? Just kind of like how Microsoft always seems to change Word and document, well, we got to move the buttons around and confuse everybody. That's kind of feel like YouTube did. But yeah, I got those videos uploaded and I had a few people sign up and subscribe, and I was very surprised and very humbled for that, because I'm like, who wants to watch me ride a bicycle, right? So I threw a few more videos up and got a couple more subscribers. And so at that point, I did a little research and I found out that most people who start a YouTube channel don't make it a full year. I think there's this expectation, you put some videos together, you throw them up there, and you're going to get 100,000 subscribers and you're going to make all this money. And the reality is, no, it's not like that. It's from what I've seen, most decent YouTubers, it's about 10 years to get 100,000 subscribers. They do a lot of videos, a lot of stuff. It takes a long time. You'll see somebody, if you look at their subscribe numbers and you look at, they've got, maybe 25 videos, they got 100,000 subscribers, but a lot of that is, you can buy anything. You can buy subscribers, you can buy people watching your videos. A lot of stuff on YouTube, a lot of people don't realize is there's production companies that have hired actors and actresses, and you're watching somebody, I don't know, maybe on a boat, or they're out jeeping, or I don't know if anybody's bike packing, but you'll see these channels and you think, oh yeah, I'm following this person homesteading, and you don't realize, you're probably watching an actress. And it's not all of them, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of shenanigans with YouTube, and I think it's like everything else, and some people come clean on it, some people don't. It was a YouTuber I watched, I watched somebody else, and they brought all this stuff up. It wasn't me, and I had, he pointed it all out, and I did some research on it, and yeah, there is, there's a lot about YouTube on the back end that most people don't see. So yeah, anyways, yeah, I threw up some videos, and then I decided most people who do YouTube don't really make it a year. It's kind of like going to college or university, kind of like the dropout. So then I decided I was just going to work on seeing how many, if I could just do a full year, do a video every single week, which I did. I did all that. It was a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of work to do a video every single week while you're still working full time. So I did all that, and then now I think the goal is, I'm shooting for 100 videos, so I'll work through that. And like I said, YouTube for me has been a really big blessing. I don't make any money doing this. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I don't have enough views to get monetized and all that. But it's made me get better talking to the camera, editing, doing film work, all this. It's like a new avenue, something new. It's kind of like learning how to paint. Some people are good at it, some people aren't. Hopefully my videos are getting better as I go. That's kind of the work. And like I said, the other thing is just getting out and riding. It's been such a privilege to do all this and share a lot of this with everybody. And every time somebody gives me a thumbs up or puts a comment down in the comments, I'm just very blessed for it, and I do appreciate it. I think a lot of people don't really say any of that, but yeah, there's some motivation. You'll put out a video and you'll get like 15, 20 views, and you're like, wait a minute, what's going on with this thing? But that's how things work. And like I said, I didn't start this to make money. It's just to share and do things, and like everybody else, I make mistakes doing all this, and a lot of it's I'm just sharing bike packing. It just seems like there's it's a lot of work. It's like I feel like I'm carrying a small child on my back. I've got an extra 30-40 pounds on that bike, and that's why you see me talking about gearing or talking about water or trying to figure out food. It's hard. It's hard to go ride and set up camp and then try to set up cameras to film, to try to do food. Sometimes you do well at it, sometimes you don't, and that's okay, and it's just a good learning experience. But anyways, yeah, I just thought I'd just kind of share a little bit. I don't think I ever, like I said, I don't think I ever explained how I got on YouTube, and really it was by mistake, and so far it's been a lot of fun, and we'll see where things go. So yeah, I'll still post videos, I'll do what I can, but it's a lot of work, and some days I just, like everybody else, I took a week off. I was just tired. You can see, here's a good example. I got burnt so bad from one of the last rides. I was out too high elevation. I forgot to put sunscreen on, and I haven't been able to shave because it just, sunburned. So maybe I'll be able to shave in a couple days. It'll look a little rough. It's okay. I got a little sunscreen. I'm trying a different hat to see if it'll get a little lower on me, and that's why I always wear these side things. I've been trying to cover myself up, and I ordered, it's called the brim. I think it's what it's called. It goes around your helmet. It looks like basically a sombrero. So I've got one of those coming. It's supposed to give you more sunshade. So hopefully I'll get that here soon, and I'll try that out and let everybody know how that goes. But yeah, you know, like today I'm at high altitude. I'm over probably 6,200 feet right now, and not a single tree to go sit under. So you gotta wear a lot of clothes so you don't get sunburned. That's a lot of crickets. Anticipate the shift. Getting those low gears. Oh, it's like just straight up climbing a wall. I'm just off the road. It's like really, it's a Jeep road. Couple spots for dispersed camping, not bad. Slowly work my way up into that slot canyon. I think there's water in there. That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's 6,800 feet, so it's going to be cold if you camp up here. A little snack break, try to get me motivated. So it looks like I'm at the end of the road. They've fenced off 2 roads, it says. So if you want to go in here, you got to hike in. You can hike in, you can camp, bird watch past this fence. Ooh, that is tight. There's plenty of water. Wow. Getting down there, something else. Beautiful cottonwoods and aspens down in this creek. So plenty of water coming down this one. Another great day out riding. I can't complain. Like I said, this trip I came out as specifically trying to work on audio. And I'm using the DJI Mini and I'm connecting it Bluetooth to a GoPro 12. And checking the film earlier today, it sounds like noise cancellation kicked in and worked a little too well coming down off the mountain. So almost it's a little difficult. You don't really hear a lot of sound coming down. So I'll have to work on this a little bit. I'll have to figure out, when to use the media mod, when to use the Bluetooth mic. Like I always like using a lapel mic, a cord 3.5, and it just works better, I think. So I'm gonna have to work through this. Maybe it might take me one or two more videos to figure this out, but other than that, had a really good time. So thanks for coming along, and I'll see you in the next one.